when you start to manifest a desire. How on earth do you know that you are on the right track and that it's coming very soon? After all, you want that assurance that what you desire, your manifestation, is on its way. And you may not know what to look for. Even if you've been at this for a while, some of these signs are kind of confusing and may throw you off, may make you think that you're doing the wrong thing. I'm going to outline the exact signs that you need to look for to know that you are on the right track. This will give you confidence that your manifestation is very close, and this can help you stay on the right path and get your desire very fast. Now, this desire can be absolutely anything, whether or not you're trying to attract a specific person, an ex back, improve an existing relationship. Maybe you're trying to improve your health, or get a better job, or attract more money. Whatever you are manifesting, you want to know that it's close. So watch on, because I know that you will love this video and I know it will help you break through. So I'm Veronica, and I'm here to help make your life better. I make these videos to help empower others to transform their life like I have. All of these techniques come through personal experience. They are things that I have done to improve my entire life. Yes, every single bit. From my love life, to my finances, to the job I work, everything has improved. Even my physical features. I'm just not aging. I'm manifesting youthfulness all the time. Now you can do all of these things too. And if after this video you find you need personalized help, I am happy to take you on as a client. VeronicaIsles.com is the place to go, and you can also read about my story there and find out more about me. I also have programs available at StudyWithVeronica.com. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you will never miss a new video or a new update. Now, if you are brand new to these concepts and just learned about the law of attraction, I have another helpful video that shares my personal formula to manifesting anything. I'll list that link below. Even if you aren't new, you may benefit from knowing the formula that I personally use to manifest everything I want. It always works for me. After all, my life is living proof. It continues to get better with every single day. So don't forget to check out that video below. Okay, so in this video I'm going to outline 5 signs that you want to look for, things that you want to watch out for, things to expect when you are close to your manifestation. Not just close, but very close. Now, the things I'm about to name may not be completely obvious, and again may appear confusing if you didn't know they were coming. So let's begin. Let's talk about what to look for. Number 1, you start to get similar things to your desire. But it isn't quite right. Now, this happens so much because when it rains, it pours. Whatever you focus on multiplies, and usually you receive similar things first. So when you are really close to manifesting your desire, you may find that those similar things show up, and show up a lot. For example, maybe you're trying to manifest a text from your specific person whose name is William, and that day you actually receive 3 other texts from other people named William, but not the William you actually wanted to hear from. Now, this isn't a bad thing at all. It doesn't mean that you messed up in any way. It actually means you're on the right track. I'll give you another example. Maybe you're trying to reconcile with your ex, and that day, another ex from your past reaches out to you, pours their heart out to you, asks you to get back together. Basically everything you wanted to hear. But it wasn't from the right ex. It was from the wrong ex. This actually is a good thing. It means it's working. It means you're close. It just means that your energy reached the old ex first, because there was no resistance with that person. There were no contrary thoughts with that person. You don't actually want that person, so that person was able to reach you first. Now again, this doesn't mean that the ex you intended upon isn't still coming. They're still coming, and this is actually encouraging. Again, this means it's working, and this means you are close. Another example, say you're trying to manifest flowers, being surprised by your specific person, and you get flowers sent to you at work, but it's from your sister. It's from the wrong person. Does this mean the flowers aren't still coming from your specific person? Well, no. Again, when it rains, it pours. Life loves to deliver things in multiples. It loves to give you things you don't need. So this means it's working. In all of these instances, you didn't do anything wrong. You did everything right. You just didn't know to expect for multiples, additions, things that would be similar, but not quite right. Again, this means what you intended upon is still coming. It just hasn't happened yet, but it's close. It's very close. So the advice in these scenarios is just to stick it out, just to keep going forth. A lot of times if you don't know to look for this, you might think you did something wrong, or you might just give up thinking that life is mocking you. It's not mocking you at all. If you persist, if you keep doing what you're doing, eventually and sooner rather than later, the very thing you want is going to find you because you're becoming a match to it. So just smile to yourself, keep on working, keep on relaxing, and just settle into your day. It is that simple because it's coming. Your manifestation is coming. It's very close. Okay, second thing to look for. Sometimes things actually get worse before they get better. So basically what you want to remember is sometimes it appears darkest before the dawn, that right before you're about to break through, things appear to be dark. Think about movies. Characters seem to resolve all of their conflicts after they've reached their low point, after they've hit rock bottom. So don't be afraid if things appear to be bleak. This doesn't mean that it isn't close, because this could mean that it's actually very close, even a moment away. So never judge with your eyes. Never judge from the outer world. Instead, take an honest look at your inner self, your focus, etc. If you are aligned with love, if you are relaxed and calm, even neutral, then whatever bad thing that is appearing must be a blessing in disguise. It must somehow be helping, not hurting. It must somehow relate to getting your desire, to getting your manifestation, even if you can't logically put things together in that moment. Now remember, all things make sense in time. Hindsight is the best way to understand what something meant in your life. So try not to judge it as bad or that you're failing. Instead, darkest before the dawn, you're very close to a breakthrough. I'll give you an example. Maybe you get into a car accident and your car is totaled. Instead of taking the assumption that you have suddenly become a magnet for bad luck, you assume that something good must still come from this, that it's a blessing in disguise. So maybe the news of this event reaches your ex that you've been trying to manifest back, and suddenly they realize how precious you are, how they can't lose you. They get fearful that something could happen to you, and all they want to do is be with you again and take care of you and make sure that you are safe. Maybe this car accident is the very way that you get back together, that you reconcile. Maybe it is the exact key moment that needs to happen in order to get your manifestation. So always take the assumption that if things appear dark, it's darkest before the dawn. Another great example of a blessing in disguise would be finding out that your specific person has started dating someone new. Now, for many of you, this would seem like the end of the world. But what if this very act showed your specific person how wrong it was to try to date others, and how the person they actually needed was you all along? Maybe this is the very thing that makes them realize that they don't need anyone else, and all they need is you forever. So again, maybe this is the very event that brings you together into the love relationship of your dreams. Now, these are only examples, but you get the point. Take a look at your inner self. If it's been spot on, then it's clearly darkest before the dawn. Then this is clearly a blessing in disguise. So ask yourself if you're able to remain loyal to your desire, to being the person who is a match to your desire for you, not based on what the outer world appears like, but just for you. If yes, then this moment will be super easy and you will discover that the odds were always in your favor, that everything was rigged for you. Again, this means that the manifestation of your greatest desire is very, very close. This is a direct sign. Don't ignore it. Okay, so number 3 is more of something to not do than something to look out for. It's basically signs like numbers or hearing words that are associated with whatever desire you are trying to manifest. For example, dreaming that you have your desire. Signs like this. A lot of times people put too much faith in these signs. They think that these are signs that their manifestation is close, when they actually aren't at all. Now, I'm not saying that these signs are bad, because it's great to see numbers in alignment. It makes you smile, it makes you feel good. But it isn't where your faith should be based upon. It isn't an indication that what you are manifesting is very close. So I want to make this point very important, because a lot of times people get sucked into looking for signs like this when they're not meaningful in this way. They're just gentle nudges that you are on the right path, but they aren't indications that you are close. I have manifested plenty of things where I have not seen a single sign. And I have manifested some things where I received tons of signs and it was still months away. So this does not mean that you are close. Don't get sucked into this trap, because I see so many people doing this, thinking that they're close and building faith from seeing these signs, these numbers, and all that happens is they end up feeling let down when it doesn't happen the next day. And then they lose their faith completely and think they have to see these numbers, when in essence your faith comes from within. It comes from who you want to be, who you identify yourself as. It doesn't come from needing to see signs like this. So these are not the signs you want to look for. If these repeated numbers, these things associated with your desire come to you, then that's great. Smile. Enjoy it. Don't look for it. Enjoy it. But it doesn't matter either way. Whether you are seeing these things or not, you want to feel close regardless. You can manifest regardless. Don't let needing to see these numbers keep you away from your creative ability, your creative energy. Form your faith on who you want to be, what you want to receive, what you want to manifest. The blind faith of the unseen will show you that you are very close to your desire, to your manifestation, and this is how you will know. Okay, number 4, you don't feel the need to do any techniques because it actually feels redundant. Now, if you start feeling this way, it means you are so close, your manifestation is practically here, because it will feel redundant. It will feel like you already have the thing you seek. I also address this in my manifesting formula too, because there is a time and a moment where you don't feel like visualizing anymore because it feels like it's already mine. It feels redundant. This is the best feeling in the world because you no longer feel the urge to do anything. Sure, with your eyes, you don't physically have it, but you feel it. You've identified with it. It is part of you. So essentially, you do have it. It is who you are. So sooner rather than later, it has to show up. This means that you are very close to your manifestation. After all, why would you do a technique for something that you already possess? No one does that. We do techniques for things we don't have and the things we feel a lack for. So during this time, you tend to start feeling the urge to do visualizations, to do techniques for new things, for new desires. And if you find yourself really excited to embrace new desires and visualize for new things, then you know that you are very, very close to the manifestation, because suddenly you are embracing new changes, new goals. This implies you have the original one, you have the original manifestation, and that it's very close. Again, your eyes will say, well, no, you don't. But inside, it will feel like you have it. You've become the very thing that you seek. You are a match to it. Thus, it is redundant. And again, this is the best feeling in the entire world. And this means you are very close. This means your manifestation is yours. Time to manifest new things, because it is yours. Now, time for number 5, which is kind of similar to number 4, but a little bit different. So listen closely. You don't feel like you need it because you already have it. In this example, all need, all desperation has left you because you already have the thing that you want. So you feel very calm, very much at peace. Almost like you don't even need it anymore because you have it. So you feel very complete in this current moment. You feel like you have everything. You feel like you're a millionaire. You feel like you are on top of the world because it feels very satiated, very calm, very much at one. Like you couldn't want for anything. Even though you don't logically have everything, it feels like you don't need anything. So you don't feel like this current moment is screwed up or an error. It doesn't feel flawed at all. It just feels perfect. Now, if you get senses or waves of this, it means that you are very close to your manifestation because things feel perfect. You're identifying with perfect and beautiful and idyllic. In fact, the moment will feel so precious, so lovely, and you will just be appreciating life in this moment, practicing present moment awareness, and being so at one with this moment of now. Now, this one is the most important thing to look for, and it is a choice you make. It is something you choose to identify with. So in essence, you have total control of whether or not you are close to your manifestation. Even if the world around you is still showing the opposite, you choose perfection, beauty, love, completion. So you don't see the cup as half empty, you see it as half full. and perfect in that way. You see yourself as having more than enough of everything. And it just feels so natural, even neutral. Just easy, very flowing. So even though you lack things, your eyes tend to only notice the things you have and how lucky you are to have those things. Because the things you don't currently have in the physical world, you possess inside. So it feels complete. It feels perfect. Most of all, you'll find that you feel relief. You feel the weight of the world is off of your shoulders. You feel you are no longer carrying around heavy baggage, any burdens. It's all been lifted. There is no more need because you already have everything. This is the key moment in knowing your manifestation is very close. So I hope that this video could enlighten you. I am so happy to bring you this content. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you would like to work with me one-on-one, veronicaisles.com or studywithveronica.com. Leave a comment below. I love to hear your feedback. I love to answer questions and help cheer other people on too. Also, don't forget to leave your success story because people love to gain hope and inspiration from them. Have an amazing rest of your day. I love you all, and may all your dreams come true.